Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is for you. I'm Eva Marie Everson, the director of Florida Christian Writers Conference, and today I'm here with my trusty sidekick.
Hi, I'm Taryn Souders, and I am the co-director of the Florida Christian Writers Conference.
Yes, and it's like almost the end of July. So we are starting to count down. We are seeing all of just people are just pouring in now. It's like, I need to do this. I need to do it now.
Yes.
Because people are starting to get afraid that they're not going to get a room at the conference center. Remember, we are only allotted so many rooms at the
Right.
conference center.
And
There
we
are
always sell out of those rooms.
and when we sell out, we sell out, and
Yep.
especially for those of you who want a private room, you're thinking, I don't want a room with anyone. I want to go back to my room at night and decompress. I always say decompose. It's like,
No,
I want you
please
to
do
go to your
not
room and
decompose
decompose. Yeah.
in your room.
No, please, no decomposition in the rooms. Yes. They frown upon it at Lake Yale Baptist Conference
Round
Center.
on.
Yes. You want that private room. Well, we only have so many that we allot because of the fact that we know that we only have so many rooms in general. So if you're on the fence and you're thinking, I really want to go, I really want to be there this year, but I want a private room, go ahead and get your registration in no.
Yeah.
Or, what we had to do a couple of years ago was we had to look up all these hotels in the area. And if you had a car and you could drive back and forth, and some people didn't have a car, but they were able to connect with people who did. But we had quite a few people who stayed off site.
Stayed offsite. Yeah. And there are some cute Airbnbs and such in the area for sure. But
Yeah. But
we
then you have to
have
travel back and forth.
You
Yeah.
have to travel back and forth, and we have such a lovely offering of after hours classes and workshops and just fun things like Wednesday night. We have the panel and we have our ice cream, Cokes, floats, and conversation. And when you're staying on site, it's just so much easier to stumble back to your hotel room when you're
Not that
tired
we're
than it
serving
is to
alcohol
try
or
to,
anything.
yeah, exact, to drive. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're just maybe just tired and you just don't feel like that drive. And
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
because Lake Yale is tucked away. So although it's not far, it is still a drive. And then, you just don't want the hassle of that. So
Right.
it is nice to be able to also just roll out of bed in the morning and walk to breakfast and that kind of thing. But also, Lake Yale is such a lovely area. Many of our attendees will roll out of bed first thing in the morning, and it's a circular road there as you're coming in. It circles around, and they love just to take a walk around that circular area. I'm not sure how far it is, but I
I
would
don't know.
guesstimate a mile, mile and a half, maybe.
That
So,
that sounds
yeah,
about right. You and I do so much walking during the day. I
yeah,
try
yeah.
not to do any extra walking.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, we roll out of bed, but it's to stumble to the coffee pot.
That's
So,
exactly right.
that's it. That's it. But anyway, today we want to talk about the bookstore, our fabulous FCWC bookstore. So, Taryn, can
Yeah.
you talk a little bit about, first of all, just how wonderful the bookstore is and some of the things that we sell and who can sell
Yes.
there, et cetera.
For sure. Our bookstore is wonderful, and we sell more than just books, although there are a ton of books to choose from, not only from our faculty, but also from our conferees. So if you are a conferee who's coming, you are more than welcome to bring books to sell in our bookstore. There are also coffee mugs and t-shirts and just home decorative
Bookmarks.
items.
Everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've bought Christmas ornaments there for friends
Mhm.
before. We've got fun little kitchen towels. There's just a plethora of things. It rivals any other, Hallmark bookstore out there. We have a lot to choose from.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do encourage you, if you have a book that has released that's released, okay? It doesn't matter. We don't have, it doesn't have to be in the last year. It can be whenever that you bring it. And what we recommend is you bring 10 to 12 copies. Um,
Unless you're one of the big name faculty members. Yeah.
right. Right. On average, that's usually a good amount to bring. The bookstore does take 20%, and that again, that goes towards scholarships. So it helps out, but then you receive 80%. So you're basically consigning your books at the store. All of the information that you could possibly want to know about the bookstore, plus the inventory forms that we
Mhm.
ask that you bring already filled out can be found on the website. You just go to, I will give you the actual website here. It's word-weavers.com/Florida events. And if you just click on that drop down menu, one of the things there says bookstore information. And that has both of the forms that you will need. You'll need to make sure everything is priced ahead of time. They're not going to price it for you. And just, take a few minutes, price your stuff ahead of time. You're more than welcome to mail your books to the conference center before the conference begins, but we ask that you do that when, Eva, they have a
Well, yeah,
requirement,
like the week before. Now we go in on a Tuesday,
right?
Taryn and I do to get everything set up. And those people who will be at the intensive all day Wednesday can come in on Tuesday as well if they want to, if they so wish. But the book should not get there any sooner than the week before. So make sure you mark them clearly, Florida Christian Writers Conference, and then, and go ahead and have your consignment sheet in there, your
Yeah,
inventory sheet. Go ahead and have it in the box. So if you're, like, for example, if you were part of an anthology and you want to sell the books that you are a part of are part of, you're a part of that anthology. If you don't have your inventory sheet in there, we don't know who the author is. We don't know who this person is.
right.
And don't even think, well, but I wrote my name or I put a sticky note on the outside with my name and address and all that, because we
Yeah,
still, I mean, anything could happen
yeah,
in that instance. But also to that end, go ahead and fill that consignment/inventory sheet out before you get there, because you will get there and discover just how chaotic it is when we're first coming in and everybody's getting their books consigned, etc. And John and Linda Gilden, who are our fabulous bookstore managers, are trying to get everything done and make sure that it's done correctly, because obviously we want that to happen.
right.
Um, so it can become very chaotic. So if you already have that taken care of, you are way ahead of the game,
Yeah.
and they will appreciate it. We will appreciate it.
Yep. If you've been to Blue Ridge and you've consigned books there, it's a very, very similar process. So we encourage you to let's fill that bookstore up. I
Yes,
do
and you're
know.
right. Yeah, we have so many great products. I mean, it's like going to a really fun shop. And what was
Yeah.
it, maybe 2 or 3 years ago? One of our conferees is a quilter, and she had made all these, like, more like runner quilts, like you could
Hmm.
put them at the foot of the bed or
Right.
use them as wall hangings,
Well,
and
hanging.
with the matching pillows. They were so beautiful. And there was one in particular that was the nativity scene that
I
I
remember.
totally fell in love with, if you remember. And I
Yes.
purchased it. And then somebody else brought these cute little books about, it was like uh, dog devotions for dog lovers. And then she had this little basket full of stuffed dogs. It was like, buy a book, get a dog.
Like a dog.
How fun is that? I still have my little doggy. He is so adorable. I call him Bugsy.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, there's some wonderful things. So definitely check that out. Again, it is on the website. You don't need to email us and say, I need the form because we'll email you back and say it's on the website. So just go to the website, go to Florida events, hit that drop down menu, and it's going to say bookstore information.
Yes. And I will warn you that if you email us and say, where is the form? And Taryn has to email you back and say, it's at the website, she will do it with a level of snarkiness,
I do.
unlike other.
Yeah, y'all, I'm working on reining in my snark, but
I don't
it
know,
rears
Taryn.
its ugly head
Yeah,
when I have to repeat myself so many times.
I know. It's like, get the website.
There are
Go
some
to
emails that
the
Eva just
website.
replies to because she's like, can't let Taryn handle this.
No, it does happen occasionally. I'm like,
Yes.
I'll handle this, Taryn. Yeah.
Yeah. You just
Because the
go
thing
off
is, it's
to a
like,
corner and count to
right.
50.
Yeah, yeah. We can be snarky in person and then you understand that we're jesting. But if the snark comes out in an email, sometimes it
It's
doesn't
hard
sound
to
like
tell
we're
tone of
jesting.
voice.
And we love, yeah, we love you
We
guys.
we do love you.
We are just thrilled to repeat ourselves. See, I was a little
Go to
snarky.
the
Yeah.
website.
Yeah, yeah, just go. Yeah, but you know what? For anyone, everyone, there's so much information at the website. Please
Yes.
take your time. And I think it's pretty clear. I mean, maybe
We
some
try to
people
make
would
it
say
clear
this
for
is
you.
very confusing, but just do one page at a time. Don't try to overload yourself.
Right.
One more time, I'm going to say this again. We said this last week. Go to the faculty page, go to the schedule page, and study, study, study.
Yeah.
Make this business your business,
Yes,
turn the
ma'am.
business into your business,
Because it's a
because it is a
business.
business. Yeah.
Yes, it
And we
is.
want you to do well. Yeah. Okay. That's it for this week.
Short and
Wasn't that
sweet.
easy? Yeah. So go to the website, reduce Taryn Snark. That is
That's
that's
right.
the
Help
theme
me
for the
meet
week.
my goal, people.
You're working hard on it. All right. Thank you guys. And we will see you in October. Don't forget, if you're on the fence, and especially if you're
Yeah.
wanting a private room.
Yeah, we are running out of those fast.
Yes. All right. Bye for now.
Bye.